guys. Say hi, Donna. We just wanted to come on here real quick and say hello. Why we haven't been as active as usual, but Donna wanted to go ahead and take down one of the chains. I've been really bad about keeping track, so I don't know if it's accurate or not. I'll have to go back and check to see if it's accurate or not, but she wanted to take one down. So you ready? Here you go. Is you ready to start this week's video? Alright, let's get started. So, say hi to the people again. Donna wanted to be here today, so I'm sorry. It could be ASMR for some of you guys. Some of you guys might hate it. I apologize. But, she just wants to be with her mom today. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to come on here real quick and talk about how or why we haven't been as active as much. I know the last video we promised to do a whole bunch of fun stuff with Gabby. I did talk about how I wanted to spend time with her though. So I did get to spend time with her before my parents finally came. And then when my parents came, we had a lot of fun with them too. So next week I am planning on doing more of a vlog type video. So that'll be more fun. But today I just kind of wanted to come on here real quick because I do get a lot of questions about whether you should live on post or not. And maybe my experience will help you make up your mind. Again, this is just my experience. I know everybody's experience is different, but we've been having lots of problems recently, starting in July. It's now September. So yeah, we've been having ongoing problems. We had on July 20 something, I believe, we had a tornado here in Colorado Springs, and luckily, like, we weren't in the way or anything like that, but we, or Gabby more than anything, was getting the bathroom ready because we're from California, so we don't know how we don't know how tornadoes work. All we know is like the Wizard of Oz, and that's not much help. But she was getting some waters and stuff like that and blankets just in case it did travel over here. Gabby wanted to make sure we were safe. When we were doing that, we noticed the toilet started to bubble, and I was already on the phone with my mom, and she was telling me like there's probably gonna be like a plumbing issue later on. And there was around like maybe like 9 o'clock or something like that. We started getting like this weird smell, and we thought like, oh, maybe Donna just needs like a new diaper change, and we went ahead and we went, and she had like a clean diaper, so it wasn't her. Next we thought maybe Minnie had gone on her pee pad, and as we were walking to the pee pad, we realized that the smell was actually sewage water that was coming out of the pantry. So it had taken up most of the pantry. It was starting to come out into the kitchen, and so we went ahead and we called the after hours maintenance, the maintenance number, and they did send somebody out, but since it was after hours, like I said, it took them a while to get out here, and by the time they got out here, it was about like 11 o'clock or something like that. And we saw the, oh no, thank you. We saw the van pull up, and then they worked for like 30 minutes or something like that. But they never told us what they were doing, or they never came to knock on my door to see what was going on. And then they left, and we were like, well, did they fix it? Like, what's gonna happen now? And I called again because nobody told me anything, and they told me that it was a problem for the morning because they couldn't do anything right now. And the sewage water ended up going back into the drain that I have in the pantry, but we weren't allowed to use any more water. So from, I want to say like maybe 11 o'clock or whatever p.m. is when they told us to use to stop using water. but we were the only ones that were told to stop using water. So like my neighbors were still, you know, using water, and the more water that was used, the more water was coming out, more sewage water was coming out of my pantry drain. And the next morning we woke up, there was no more water, and I went back to the room when it started to smell really bad again. This was around like 7 o'clock in the morning or something like that. And I went, and by this time, instead, it was out of the pantry, out into my kitchen, over by my glass doors. And it was really bad. Like the water looks kind of like murky green, nasty yellow. And we had to step outside. The smell was too strong. We just couldn't stay inside the house. Thank you, Catherine, because she let us hang out in her house for the day. So say thank you. Or not. Okay, that's cool too. But yeah, so we hung out there. My house was like, it was bad, but apparently like the lady who lives in the same unit that we do, her toilets started, like the water started coming out of the toilets and the bathtub. So it like completely destroyed her bedroom carpet and the hallway carpet and her living room. Like her whole house was just a wreck, and she had to be put into temporary housing. For what they did for us is they took the baseboards off in the pantry and over by the entrance, because it's still connected to the pantry, and they brought in some big fans to make sure that it would like air out. But when they were pulling up the baseboards, I noticed a couple spots that looked different. It just looked like it shouldn't be there. And when I asked the maintenance people about it, when I asked the maintenance people about it, they told me that it was glue residue from the stuff that they used to put down the baseboards. And he went ahead and he sprayed this solution that sanitizes and takes care of like stuff, I guess, the sewage water. So that was a little bit of a problem for me, because they hadn't come out to cut my grass, because since my husband's deployed, they have to come out. And we had a couple problems with really big spiders and stuff like that. And the baseboards not being on the wall didn't help, because there is a gap in between the outside, and spiders were getting in. Also, it took them a month. They just came out, I want to say 2 weeks ago, to barely come back and put the baseboards down. While they were doing the baseboards, I noticed that there was a spot that looked really bad. It just looked like it shouldn't have been there. And I asked them to check for mold, and they were like, well, we'll see what we can do. And once they moved my washer and dryer, they said it was pretty bad. So they came, they did a test, and we tested positive for mold. So then they had to go ahead and take that out. And they literally cut a hole in my wall. Like, you can see through it. And if you see through it, you can look straight into the master bedroom, bathroom. And once they took down those, the wall, they literally like set up like a contamination unit thing, so that the mold air molecules and stuff like that wouldn't spread out throughout the house. It looks really scary. It kind of looked like a hazmat situation. They took the wall out, and what they found was dirt and mouse droppings. We had called before saying that there was an animal inside the walls, and nobody ever came out to look at it, and now we know that there was something there. They took out 2 garbage bags, like 2 of the big garbage, black garbage bags full of dirt and mouse droppings and other stuff from when they were trying to make a nest inside of the wall. So all they did was like tape it back up, and then they left. And then they came back the next day, and they decided that it was probably, since it was the connecting master bedroom wall, that they were going to have to take out that wall too. So right now I have no use of my bathroom. They literally just took the toilet, put it out to the side. They left a mess. When they did come out to try to fix the problem, they ended up making some problems worse, because they straight up pulled the outlet out of the wall. Like, it was dangling off of the wall. and they moved my furniture around. They broke some stuff. When they put my washer and my dryer back on, they did something to where my house almost caught on fire because the dryer hose thing was pinched, and the hot air had nowhere to go but up. And I'm glad I was able to catch it on time, because otherwise the house would have caught on fire. It's just been a difficult month, and it's been very stressful because I just want my house to be safe for my daughter to live in, and right now it's not. And like I said, this has been happening since July, and we're in September now, and they still haven't taken care of it. And it's just very frustrating that they come and they tell you, oh, we're gonna take care of you, and then they just leave and they completely forget about. Are you okay? Okay. They just completely forget about what they talk to you about. Honestly, if I had the option to live off post, I would. Because you want to leave? Yeah, me too. If like, we just keep having continuous problems, it's not really fair to us or to anybody else. I know that it could have been worse. It's just very frustrating though, and we're just doing our best to get like back to things and stuff like that. Because every time or something like that, like, they don't have my pantry doors back onto the thing, so they're kind of just like hanging or leaning up against the wall, and that's not really dangerous when you have a kid like Donna, because she's at the point where she likes to run around and touch things, and that's not very safe. But yeah, I promise I'll get back to doing more fun type of videos. Let me know if you guys want to see something in particular. I know fall is coming up, and I wanted to do like a Halloween haul because I bought a lot of stuff. Lots of stuff. And my mom's brought me a lot of cool stuff too from California. And we're just getting ready to start getting ready for the holiday season and stuff like that. I don't know. If you guys want to see more videos of Donna just eating chips, then let me know. But yeah, can you say bye-bye? Alright, so thank you guys for watching. If you can, please leave me a comment, like, and subscribe. Subscribe to see more of this little face, because she's cute. Alright, please be kind to one another, and see you later. Bye. Okay, bye.